Hi everyone, it's Shannon from For the Love of Paper, and I thought I'd come back and show you show you the book, see where it's at, and work a little bit in it. I have all the signatures sewed in, and I want to glue some pieces in and then make some ephemera. So I'll show you. All signatures are in. It's the 3 signatures. I left the ties. I will either put them in a bow or, sorry, this is a little crooked. Tie them in a bow or do something with them. So I haven't, they're just loose right now. I haven't done anything with them. So from the beginning, I have the scrapbook pages that I want to collage, and I actually found, let's see if I have them here. I'm gonna have to go back and look, and I forgot to do that before I turned on the camera. But I have this tall autumn fall set that was made in portrait style collage, and I actually used these pages to fill in the blank areas, or the pockets, the background of the pockets for these scrapbook pages. Like there's another one, so I need to glue them down, but essentially before I close the pockets I want to do the background, and I found these collage digitals in my stack, so that's what I'm going to use for background. Then it has a little bit more elements, and it goes right in theme with the Fall Bounty Kit 3 from Junk Journal Studio. But they don't say, like here's 2 of the pieces, they don't say on them, like some of them do, who they're from. So off the top of my head, I don't remember. And like here's a piece of one, here's some pieces. Are you seeing what I'm doing? Maybe. Here's some pieces as well from the pages that I pulled from to make these. And then this is another one as well that I didn't use. So going to now start from here, glue these pieces in. I was waiting for the video to upload the other day, so I did make the pocket, the library card pocket, and the library card I just backed it with some like vintage book page and made it a little sturdier, so that's all ready to go into the front pocket, or the front cover here. But that's what I do. I don't like waiting for the video to upload, so then I start doing things that aren't recorded. So we will start with these backgrounds to the collage pages, and then I think I'll make some ephemera. So I'm gonna put the book off to the side, go to the first one, which is this one. And I do know, for whatever reason, my cutter cut crooked, so I need to, before I even glue, put a piece of washi tape. I'm just looking for it. I wonder if this one, yeah, that'll be okay. It's not gonna line up to that edge there correctly. So I need to put something in there and then glue it. It's like you use a cutter for a reason, but not always does it make everything straight. All right, I'll just leave that extra piece there. Okay, so here, I'm going to glue this down. This was just printed, on, actually, let me think what this was printed on. I got a new type of paper, and it's HP, can I see it from where I am? HP something 20, Home and Office 20 or Home and Office 2, something like that. But It's got like a color locking system, which seems to have worked better for my printer. I have a brother. Do I have a brother? Yeah, I have a brother. All right, let's peel it off of there. This is gonna be, I need to get it aligned, so you might not be seeing the most glamorous thing, but it's more important that I get this on there right. So line it up from this direction. There we go. So like I said, I knew it was going to be off right there. So just having that washi in the background helps that. All right. So then this will be glued down, and then there's a pocket. Then we go back to the back of this one. Same thing. I know this one's cut better. So I can just go ahead and glue this one in. It's pretty chilly and rainy where I am today. We have totally approached fall. It's actually windy too. I think that's more so why it's chilly. But so again, I'm gonna try and line this up on this side. There we go. I want it more that way than this way. So it definitely goes in the crease. Okay. I see a little spot here. Go ahead and take care of that. All right, so that's now the back of that one. Oh, I do see that one. I think it's pretty good in there, so I'll just cut this. To trim off that right up against the cardstock like that. There we go. All right, so then there's that one. And then this one here, I'll go ahead and do. When I was looking for my stack of collage papers, whenever I was using like scraps that I use for collage, whenever I did the last fall journal, I found these papers, and because I didn't use digitals in this kit or in this journal, I thought I would make use of them inside of these pockets just to add a little bit more color and variation. And they do really go, where's that coming from? They do really go with the kit, so. I feel like stuck for some reason in my space. I feel stuck in my space. All right, this one's gonna go here. And then once I get these in, the majority of the ephemera I will have to make. So I'm gonna just work on that and then come back and put it in. Don't want you to stick. going to be a difficult one, it looks like. I guess I didn't, well, it's not a guess. I clearly didn't cut off much of the bottom, so now I have to, it's not just like a hidden piece underneath there, it's a lot. All right, let's try this again. I'll start by lining it up here. There we go. Now everything else should fall into place. Potentially. Actually, I'm just gonna not even fight with that because I don't need it. I thought, oh, I can just fold the flap down and collage these, until I glued it together and was like, no, now you have put the flap on. It's just not glued shut, so I can't entirely fold that down. My logic wasn't all the way together with that, but there we go. Okay. Now this one is 2 pieces I'm putting together. 2 pieces, like this was a butterfly figure plate at the top, and then flowers, and then this one. So these are just going to go together. They're going to be pieced together. Same kit, but because I was getting scraps, I didn't want to waste things and potentially tear up whole new sheets. So if you use any other type of glue other than glue stick to try and finagle this, it probably wouldn't work. There we go. Perfect. And then the other strip, move to where, oh, here it is. So then this one's gonna come down right over top of that. So I wasn't using digitals very much because I didn't feel like my printer was printing them right. And then I had sent a message to, or comment on something of Rachel from Roxy Creations, because that's a lot of, I do get a lot of her digitals actually. And a lot of her things in general. So I asked her what paper she used, and she said this HP Home and Office. So that's what I got, and it is extreme difference in printing. So now I've just gone crazy printing. I love that. And then we have back here, this one's a 2-piece or 2. This is actually, let me see, I can show you what that is. Sometimes on Amazon, I buy paper and don't realize until I get it that it's glossy. So this is exactly it. So like this is like, you can see that it's glossy. It's like supposed to be like this decoupage paper, romantic flowers, but I'm not a super fan that it's glossy. So I just like copied it in color and took away the gloss to use for collage. So that's what I'm piecing together here. This way. Someone's mowing their lawn. This feels odd to hear, but they are. And then this one's gonna butt up to here. All right. Okay. It also sounds like someone's playing basketball too. All right, there we go. So all of the pockets now have a background, brings a little color to them, brings a little color into the pages. And like, so this, for example, is very similar to like these on this page. The owl, right? And some of the other like pieces of art and stuff. So I just felt like they fit well together. And I'm not making another fall journal other than I did that one a little crooked, but it's fine. The one I showed in my video, so I could use those papers and not affect any of my other plans. I want to pull this as it's going to go here. And I think this is reinforced really well, but I'm going to use art glitter glue just to put this pocket down. That's going to go there. Clean up a little bit of my mess. While that's drying. Okay, so with this, sorry, I had like a little hiccup. Let's see, this right here is one of the pages. That's this library card pocket and the library card. I just reinforced them. So that was, I printed double of them just so I had access to a second library card pocket if I needed it. So let's try and organize this a little bit. So next, I really like this image, so I know I want to turn that into something. These are more like the fussy cuts, right? So I did 2 pages of those. I printed 1 page of the, what are those things called? Leaves. 2 pages of the pumpkins. So I'm going to put those more in the back because I'll come back to fussy cuts. So this I want to use. This pocket may or may not fit. Let's see. Yeah, it will fit. And a lot of these things are going to need reinforced. I'm not sure that's the exact pocket I want to use. I like these images on this one. I really do like this pocket, but it's much bigger. So I'd have to go in, fold in closer. There's mushrooms. I printed 2 pages of those. And we'll go with that one. Just some things to pull apart. That one. I like this image here, and I love this one. It's that mustard combination. I like these girls. These are tags. I like that apple one. That's probably good enough to start with. I like these deer. And then there's words. All right. Getting way more than I need to start with. So what I'm going to do is cut these out and reinforce them. Or maybe tear them somewhat close and then reinforce. I better check. You're doing something. Yep. Okay. So what I'm trying to get off of this one is the apple, kind of like as a journal card. So there's one. I'm not sure if this, let's see. I think that's gonna work, but it's gonna need reinforced first. So that will be fine. Let's start this way. I just want to get them manageable to then reinforce on whatever. This one here. So I want that one. I'm looking at this. I think I'll wait on that one. I do know I want this one. So I'll actually take both of these. And I want this one. So hopefully there's 3 of these corner style pockets. I know I pulled 2 here. 1, 2. I want this one. That one. These are both mushrooms. I know I want this. Let's see which way. Does this cut it? Yeah. So go this way. And this way. All right. Now there's 1 triangle pocket. 2 triangle pockets. Let's see if there was one on one of these other papers. I'm gonna pull that one because I do really like that one. There's this style. That is like an envelope. Tags. There's this postcard type pocket, and then we get to words. So I'm gonna have to pick which makes the most sense. In the size of the journal. So we have these 4. I was thinking about putting a pocket on here, but I'm not sure if it should be an image like this or an actual actual pocket. I would go to there, so that would fit on there. It's not very colorful. And then this one's way too big. So I would have to come in either way to make that a pocket any which way. So it's just not going to fit in here. I'm not going to go through the mess of trying to tape around that. I'm going to be really rammy and just cut it out. Those two, I think it was this postcard one. So they're definitely going to need to be modified. And then I'll hold on that one because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 here. 3 signatures. So if we bring this back down. I'm going to move from this page because I really want to put something there, but I almost feel like it's got to be brighter than like one of these. So let's go this way. I'm going to sneeze. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. This is a thicker piece. Like I said, I know I need to go deeper. I almost kind of like that there. This one from that direction. It's going to have to be that direction, right? So let me think this through in my head. I'm going to cut it the way it's supposed to be. And then I'm going to have to fold obviously deeper than what these little flaps call for. So let's start there. And then here. That, and then this is going to fold in here like this, and that will be the pocket, with the exception of this needs to go away even more so. There we go. So that's going to go on there as a pocket. And I know this flap is here. I'm going to glue that down to reinforce it, but I don't think I'm going to block that side. For instance, I'm not going to just have it so it goes in and out of here. It's going to be glued this way and this way, but I'm not going to glue that end off, I don't think. So something can come in and have more room based on the size of the pocket. That's what I'm thinking. So, my brain's a little confused. Then that would then go in there. So that end is reinforced. I'm getting a piece of paper. I don't know. I feel like the folding in might not be necessary. Let's see what happens here. First, we're gonna put the whole thing down. That's massive glue globs. I did have to turn my heat on, so I guess the glue is very warm. Ugh. Okay. Because this is only on copy paper, I feel like it definitely needs reinforced, but now that I'm putting it on here, I'm just I'm mending this how I want to, basically. Yeah, I don't need all that. I don't need all that stuff. So, I'm trying to figure out where this was. I need something like this. So it's going to be glued at the bottom. I'm still trying to decide if I want that, which I think I do because it gives more clearance to then put something in. So let's think about this. Here and here. So I think that makes sense. And then this is going to be like that. And this is open over here. So you don't have to be like stuck just, if I glue that in and you're stuck to just a smaller space. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that pocket's good. I do feel like I cut crooked right here, and the odds that I will get that. Okay, I did. It's way better than it was. I just look at a little hump right there. All right. So I'm in signature 2. I have a tickle. I need a drink. Okay, now I'm crying. It's okay. So there's signature 2. And there's this one, which would be the opposite direction. In the realm of colors, I really like that. That's not bad. If I'm thinking, like, obviously this is really good colors, but for a page to write on, this is much more than this one, because it's such a dark image. If this is a pocket, then it's got its purpose, right? So at least that's my logic. So we'll go here. I'm not going to do all the cutting out. I'm just going to glue this on here. and then cut exactly how I want it, instead of going in reverse to what I did the last time. This is super gooey. All right. Now, I do want to keep this one because I did that on the last one. So let's... this direction. I cut all this off. I'm still thinking I'm probably too wide, but I need to fold that side in, so. I need to see this up against something so I can see how. All right, and then potentially to here. Too much. Too much. So let's pull that back out because it's wet. It kind of crinkled a little bit. I'm going to take away that white thing right there because it doesn't need to be there. This one doesn't really make a difference, so. What do I do with the thing? The thing that quickly. Oh, here it is. There we go. Perfect. And that's going to go on there. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to glue across the bottom and glue this so there is more clearance to tuck things in there. Just as the same as the other one. And I do actually like the green pull with that. So this will be our glitter glue. If you hear a lot of noise, it's the traffic is being redirected in town this weekend for some kind of historic, well, I'm assuming it's historical because it's Gettysburg. I really don't know what they're doing. I just saw them, one of the main streets is closed and they got like a, what do you call that? Like, it's almost like a makeshift amphitheater or something, stage. I don't know what they're doing. So the main street is being redirected by me. There we go. And same concept. That can come in and it also tucks there and go all the way to that edge. Perfect. Someone just slammed the door downstairs. No one even lives down there, but there's maintenance. Painting, I presume. Okay, so we're good then with adding a pocket in that one. So then we got to come back this way. This signature doesn't have a pocket. And just trying to think of what page. Well, it's not that way. They're right here. These are lighter so they can be written on. That's like two dull colors together. I don't really want that. There's this wood looking thing. I'm not completely sold on that. Just looking to see if there's a color. Like, to me, that could go on there and be an additional pocket. So maybe that's what I'll do with that. I will glue that onto there, and then that will be a pocket on here. Now, there's this one. That's the postcard. I usually do put a pocket back here. Let me see if I still have a fabric pocket. From when I made them, I sold them in my shop, and then they really stopped selling, so I took them down. A lot of them sold, but not everyone. I know I put one in that last room. I'm digging. Oh, there is one. There's two. Let's see. I think I like that color more than I like that one. It's also the oranges, I think, pulling there. So that's what's going to go back here. This is going to be glued. Let me bring it up closer. In the shape of an L there. Like that. And that's just going to be the back pocket. I think that will be good. Alright, so then we're coming back to... Let me throw some of this stuff away. It's annoying. Okay. Got something stuck to my foot. Right. Coming back to the first signature. What I think I want is something that isn't designed to be a pocket, but that I make a pocket. I don't like it that sideways. Like, it's supposed to be that way, but I don't know. That's a hard one to figure out. What about this turkey thing? I'm stuck on. And let's see. This is gonna go there. Definitely need to be reinforced to be a pocket for sure. Just not sure which. Not this one. That's pocket right next to pocket. I guess there's no reason I couldn't put it on this page here, actually. So I have a different idea for this one. Let me see if I have blue paper, which I'm pretty sure I do. Like a blue scrapbooking paper is what I'm digging for. Something similar. This is not blue. I think that's what I want to do. I think I want to make it with a border and then put that on there like that. So This doesn't need reinforced, but it does need cut better. All right, so and this is going to go in here. Right. I'm going to put it in somewhat, like I got these choppy edges, so I'm going to put it somewhere like this in the middle and then clean up around it, I think. So have these scraps right here I'm going to use to glue on. Oh my gosh. This is a bad day for gluing. Okay, so I think the easiest thing is for me to make this in a more manageable piece. Bring this back out. This is crooked. I can see it now. I didn't see it, but I can see it now. You might not see what I'm doing at the exact second, but I'm trying to pull this to straighten it. Oh my gosh, what a mess. This glue is terrible. Start here. Okay. And now, if I see it there, maybe I want to hear. I think I do. I don't even remember what picture. I want to hear. I'm just going to do it here. So this is going to be down this side. Across here. And then that should all right. So then it's going to come in from this side like that. Perfect. Okay. We now have a pocket. This will go down here. I'm going to glue that down with fabric tack for sure. Because it's sewn and the threads and stuff like that, that's going to definitely get fabric tack. I feel like kind of this right here has a bump. Just needs a little help. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was just the illusion of the pages or if it was there. It's definitely there, but now it's gone. That will be fabric tack. That's gonna just, I guess I can go ahead and do this right now. This is just gonna have a little close right here. that pocket with our glitter glue. Going this way, we have this pocket here. Add a little color there. Keep going. This one can be closed. Right there. And then this one here. This kind of bothers me a little bit. But I didn't get that right to the edge. So just to take away the starkness of that white. Just gonna add a little ink. Now, I'm gonna glue this down. Close that out. There. Coming back this way. This one, that's good. Do this one here. And this one. Keep turning the book all different directions. I don't know if I'm on screen or off screen or. Can tell this one is a little. I need to push that crease out there. There we go. Perfect. And then we have the front of this one here. Perfect. And I again was thinking about something to put on here that's colorful. It's going to be similar to this style pocket, but I think it's going to be more landscape. These are things that need to be turned into something. Now I got myself in a major mess. Let me grab this stack here. So again, something landscape. I do really like this. That what feels diabolical is the edging. I don't want to cut all that out. I could just reinforce it and then deco edge it, which would look pretty similar actually, but I do want some color coming in here from something. I don't know that any of these really. Where's that? Oh, that's the one I didn't use. These are more like journal card style. That one. I love that green together. We move. I'm still just looking to see what I have here. These things, I don't think I pulled out. Oh, this is the landscape one earlier. Greetings from somewhere. And these are all fussy cuts. Nope. There's this one too. Don't think anything of that. No. 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 So then I'm back to this one as a landscape pocket, or I think that's upside down. This one, I do really like those colors, so that one's removed out. And then there's this one. That would be square. I'm just gonna do this one. I'm just gonna do this one. So I can reinforce it on here. Get rid of these things. And then all pockets should be done. And then I'll probably stop this one to upload and then make some ephemera of these other pieces here that I cut to go in the pockets. It's literally like liquid. And I think it's only like 70 in here. It's not crazy hot. I need to get rid of that. Is gonna fit in here? It should. No. No. Start this way. There we go. Now we're in. So that's now reinforced, and that's going to go I don't know where that went. Somewhere on the floor. No, keep doing that upside down. So it's going to go here like that, and it's going to be a side pocket similar to the other ones, like that. Perfect. So this is going to be our glitter glue. What do you think about this? Upside right, this way. So then, with the exception of doing Fabri-Tac on that back pocket, these have all pockets have now been added. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. No, that's not the right one. This one. That's gonna go there. I will Fabri-Tac that on. These pockets all have been finished and glued together. The collage is in, so good start to this one. And oh, an hour video. It just kind of happens. It just happens. Okay. Well, come back if you want to see more of this. I feel this definitely needs something, right? Like, it's just, this right here is begging for something. So it's probably going to be one of these little pieces, maybe a label or something. Even if it's like a mushroom or something that doesn't even go to this kit, is going to go right here, because I just, like I said, I feel like it's screaming for something. And then this will go here. That one thing that said, where is it now? Greetings from something. I don't even remember where I put it, but there was a smaller one that might go here as the book label. And yeah, so we're moving along. Come back if you want to see more of this. I do have that pocket that goes, I'll put it in here somewhere. I think it's right here. this one. This one, that's the one I forgot. Needs to go on the back of here. So maybe I'll do that before I start the next video. Same process. I'm gonna have to cut it down, but I'll reinforce it and then put that on that page there just to add more space. So again, like and subscribe. My Etsy, both fall journals that I already created are on there and available. There's a lot of Christmas stuff on there from last year that's available, so go check it out. For the Love of Paper Co. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.